Hello everybody, welcome! Just in time for our next pin video. Come on in, let's go! Hello there, welcome back to Larry's Found Pin, and I am Larry the Pin Bug Guy, and how in the heck are you today? Cool, marvelous, wonderful, fantastic. So let's get going to the pin review, because that's what you're here for, right? Right, correcto, marvelous. Alright, here we go. Alright, think of a setting of you're in the water, you're in the ocean, and you're on a boat. So what would that remind you of for a fountain pen? Okay, the skill of sailing. Sailors would work on boats on the sea and also in the air to create a experience for when they sail. So they were taught how to run a ship, per se. Make sense? And they also use the yachts for sailing. So there was two parts to it. One I never heard was the part I just mentioned, that sailors were taught in ships, and they were taught sailing, and the boats work in the accord with the sea and air to create experience for sailors. So that was one of the concepts that was put together for this name. That's where it came from. And then another part I read is with the yachts. They had these nice, beautiful yachts, and they would have these races on the sea. So that's another part of the story I heard. But the first one I just told you with the sailors learning this stuff is one I just found recently. So that was interesting to me. I thought I'd share it. So anyway, I'm going to show you a pen that's no longer made by Monteverde. Monteverde is a affordable pen. In my opinion, a well-made pen. And a friend of mine bought me this pen. He has one similar like it, but I really fell in love with it. I love heavy pens. And this pen, Azure, does that ring a bell? Okay. So let me turn over to the Monteverde, and I'll give you the lowdown of the Monteverde Azure Regatta, the Azure. Regatta Azure Monteverde. So, I'm thinking that azure is a French word for blue. Okay? So, I learned that today also. And here it is. We'll focus on this beautiful, magnificent masterpiece of a pen. This is a beautiful blue and yellow stripes with silver tone trims. Look at this. Actually, gorgeous colors. Great combination of colors. Vibrant, deep, rich textures. They just scream out Monteverde's style of making a fountain pen. The center ring has Monteverde on it. And let's go on the cap. On the cap, the clip, it kind of goes down like that. Has like a little ski slope. That's what I call them when they do that. And it's a nice clip. It will fit well in your pocket and securely. When you go to the top of the pen, you see on the finial the Monteverde logo, which is a really nice, beautiful logo by Monteverde. And I love the blue and yellow. It is just really a good-looking pen. So we go down from the cap all the way down the barrel, and you see how it narrows, streamlines down at the very end of the barrel, and then kind of a silver tone going on at the end. And I'll show you what this is for in a few minutes, or rather a few seconds. So it's a twist-off cap, which I like. And it fits well in the hand. And it's long enough where if you don't want to post your pen, you don't have to. Well, this pen, you can post it. And so, here we go. And it does screw in. Okay, so that keeps your cap secure on. And you can line it up so it'll be just like that. Line up with your nib. So that's cool. And here's the nib. It's a medium nib. And it doesn't say, but I remember when I got it, I was told a medium nib. And you unscrew the barrel. And I have a converter in it. Just a regular standard converter. I think I've got some Chinese converters that I bought, so this is it right there. And the nib is a radium point nib, steel nib. So the converter on the pen pulls out and pushes back in. The dimensions on the pen, it's a large pen, a nice pen with some weight to it, not overly heavy, but you know it's there. It's 5.5 inches in length and 1/2 inch in diameter. And the cap at the widest point is 54 inches. So that will give you an idea on this beautiful fountain pen by Monteverde, which again, they no longer make. They stopped making these years ago. So I'm going to be doing a writing sample, but before I do, we'll do some pen comparison. Okay, now we'll do the pen comparison to give you an idea the size of pen it is. So I'm going to start off with the Bauer fountain pen, and they are the same length, almost the same size, a little more girth, larger size on the Monteverde. And then here is the Jinhao 450. They have the same size, so that's kind of cool. And here is the Lamy Safari. You got the same size. And last but not least, the Delta Hells Bells coming at you. So these pens are all similar in length, pretty darn close, so you have an idea. Some are larger than others, so the Hells Bells is a more girth than the Monteverde, but the Bauer is pretty close, but I'd say the Jinhao 450 is even closer. So that will give you an idea of what this pen size is like. So the ink I'll be using today is the Apache Sunset. So here is the color I'm using today, Apache Sunset. Give you a few other colors that I took out to go kind of with it. Maybe the Blackstone Golden Wattle. It's a little bit brighter, but closer. And then the Diamine Sun Yellow kind of gives you an idea of some of the shades of yellow. Okay. So I've used my last bit of my Noodler's Apache Sunset. I was going to use my Robert Oster, wasn't Fire and Ice. It could have been Fire and Ice, yes, but I'm almost out, so I said I better save that. So, alright, now we're going to do some writing. And let's see how this little baby writes. Well, it does write rather well. I like it. And I'm going to use my Rhodia dot grid, and I will post it real quick. So here we go. I'm not going to line it up right now, see, but it does line up if you put on the cap a certain way. So I just want to put the cap on to get the feel of it. So here we go. Okay. No problems whatsoever. We'll do a few little S's, and then we'll check for wetness. Yeah. Nice and wet. See up there? All nice and wet. Some fast writing. As you see, no problems, no skips. No problem with the ink flow. Everything worked well. It all fits together neatly. Great concept, great looking colors. It's got some great weight to it, great style. Just a fantastic fountain pen. So thumbs up for Monteverde. Great job. And like I said, these have been discontinued. They have the new regattas that are out right now. They're pretty cool. I'll be doing a review on one later. Well, that's going to conclude this session. Leave your comments below. What do you think of this fountain pen? Yay or nay? Don't be bashful. Put it down there, and I do read all of them. So, God bless each and every one of you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and all that good stuff. And remember, don't text and drive. I'll catch you later.